Welcome to Biblio Bistro.
My name is Megan Jazak, and I'm a registered dietitian and community health educator with the Portage Health Foundation. And today I have with me Michael Sinitis, who is the program coordinator and chef extraordinaire with the Portage Lake District Library. For those of you that are new to Biblio Bistro, this is a cooking series in partnership with the foundation and the library that features simple recipes with seasonal and local produce that are budget friendly. Michael, what are we cooking today?
Today we are cooking slow roasted summer squash with lemon and thyme and garlic.
Lovely. That sounds like a perfect summer dish.
It's a really great dish because there's very little to prep and it's slow roast for about an hour, so you can go about your summer chores or summer enjoyment.
Yeah, I imagine with the citrus, and I think a lot of people, when we think of summer squash, that's a veggie that is prolific, even in this region where it's a little more difficult to grow. So this will be something a little bit different to try. So we got our thyme from North Harvest, which is up in Calumet. And the recipe calls for just plain old thyme, but we actually have a little special thyme, and it is a lemon thyme. So we have a lemon and a lemon thyme. So
Extra lemon.
We're doubling up the lemon here. And
Nice.
If you've not tried lemon thyme, even just smelling it, and if you kind of rub the leaf, it will release some of the oil, and it smells like a lemon. It's really cool.
I know even when I brush the plant in my garden, I get like a little poof of it.
Yeah.
So Megan prepped a little bit of this for us already. We're looking for a couple. How many of these do we want?
I want to say it was 2 pounds.
Yeah, about 2 pounds. So that would probably be like
1
2,
pound.
3. It could be one very big zucchini,
Yeah.
or it could be a couple this size. And you can do the yellow and the green. So we just went for a very simple disc. Nothing fancy. You could do all sorts of shapes with it, really. It doesn't really matter. Whatever floats your boat. But just zoom, zoom, zoom. Get them in the bowl, and then we want to use the whole lemon, right, Megan?
Yep, we're going to use the zest of a whole lemon.
Okay, so I'm going to just do everything right in the bowl, folks. It doesn't need to be this big project for the evening. Remember, the prep should be pretty quick on this one, and then you get it in the oven roasting at what temp?
I want to say it's 350.
Yeah.
Yep, 350. And it'll be for about an hour and 40 minutes. So
Nice.
It's a good chunk of time. That slow cooking at the lower temperature. So oftentimes you roast veggies, would you say more closer to like 400, 425
Yep.
for that crisp?
Yeah, like the carrots?
Yep. Yeah, and so for something like this, it's a little bit of a lower temperature for a longer period of time. That will kind of slowly break it down. It's going to be a little bit softer versus like a crisp, and it's going to get really sweet.
Oh my. This is, when you grate a whole lemon, it's really, you're in for the whole job, aren't you?
Yes.
This tool is great though. The planer is really nice for this because notice there's no blood. I haven't taken any knuckles off yet, which is really nice. And then it's just a very simple scoop,
Oh, yeah.
right down there, and we're good to go. And the thyme. Do you want me to chop this up or just pull it off the stem?
I say we could just pull it off.
Yeah, and actually the stems on the thyme is so tender. I'm just going to even put some of the stems in. I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're after the flavor, but it's not a woody stem, so you could just chew it up and it wouldn't bother you a bit.
Right. Now the zucchini is a veggie that has high water content, so it's going to lose a lot of that water in the cooking process, and that's part of the reason why it's a little bit softer of a veggie in general. But that's actually good if you think about the summer on those hot days. The zucchini would be an option that's going to be a little more hydrating than some of those other vegetables. So I think a lot of people don't necessarily associate hydration with veggie intake, but something like a zucchini, you actually are going to have a little bit better hydration.
Oh,
Yep.
nice. Zucchinis and cucumbers for the summer,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Little pinch of salt. And even though the recipe doesn't call for black pepper,
We're pepper fans
we're
over
pepper
here.
fans.
Yeah.
We're going to give it a little crank.
Yeah.
And then I probably need a fork or something to give this a little toss, don't I? And this is how simple this is, folks. Look at that. And just a nice little bit of oil to get everything coated on there. And we're just going to give it a little toss. Oh, yum.
For the garlic, we kind of cut it, so we had a whole head, and we cut it in half, like horizontally. And what you'll do is you'll place this with the cloves kind of facing down, so the skin will be up. And with that slow roasting, that's gonna get really nice and caramelized and sweet. And you can pull these out of the shell, which I know for myself personally, the shells have always been like irritating. They stick to the skin, it just sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really nice way if that's something that's always kind of deterred you from using fresh garlic.
Yeah. And then you just squeeze it out.
Yeah.
Voila, like roasting.
candy.
Yeah, it is like candy. So we did, because this recipe takes an hour to roast, we did one up early, and Megan will get that out of the oven for us, and you can see what it looks like in its finished form.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Oh, it smells really good.
Yum.
Yum. Bring that baby on over. I think you can just put it right down there. That's hard. Look at that. That's perfect. I think we should try it, don't you?
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead, dig in.
Well,
Get something.
I will get some.
We're gonna be scrambling over that garlic. Thank you.
Oh,
That's
yes.
perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's show everybody what the garlic looks like. So what's really kind of fun about this is you really can just kind of squeeze it right out. And like if
Yeah.
I had a piece of toasted baguette or something,
Yep.
I would just
And soft.
Oh,
Squish it with your
yeah.
fork.
Yeah, it's so
Yep.
yummy. It's so good for you. Let's try it.
All right.
That's really good. You know what surprises me about it? I thought that the zucchini cooking that long would turn to mush. It still has some nice texture.
It's still holding up. I agree. And I think the lemon juice and the zest really brightens it up.
And like most people probably who grow a zucchini or so, you do need different things to do with them because they just keep coming and coming and coming on the vine.
Right, and thyme is another herb where I think people can kind of get stuck in a rut a little bit with what to do with it.
Yep.
And this is a really nice way to use them both up.
Yeah. Great recipe, Megan. I love it.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We hope you try this, and if you do, let us know what you think.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Biblio Bistro.
If you'd like to tune in and see our other episodes, as well as get the shopping list and the full recipe, you can go to pldl.org/biblio-bistro. And for any additional information you're looking for on the recipe, whether that's the price per serving, and information about local farmers market, you can click the show notes, which is on the YouTube page as well, which is on that PLDL website.
And if you want to share any pictures of when you're using the recipes, you can just use the hashtag Biblio Bistro on any social media that you use.
Until next time, bon
Bon
appetit.
appetit.